Daily Broadside, day 624. Today is Easter. And in honor of Easter, I'd like to talk about new Jesus. Why is it that every time you see Jesus depicted on the cross, he's like scantily clad, and showing us a little bit too much of his dick root? You know what I mean? Like, when I think of Jesus, I don't want to look at Jesus on a cross and I want to wonder if he shaved his pubes or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know for sure because he's scooting that little skirt he's wearing a little too low. There's no sense in that. We can see his abs. That's cool. Jesus got abs. He's doing crunches. He's doing what he's got to do. But we don't need to go any lower than that. Once, we gets to a belt line, cover Jesus up, what are we doing? I don't think in the spirit of Easter, we should be seeing Jesus's dick root. That's my 2 cents. It doesn't mean anything, whatever. I was in Dollar General against my better advice to myself a little earlier today, and I was looking for some kind of Benadryl type stuff, right? So I'm in the aisle, and I'm just confounded by the 4 million types of sinus and cold and allergy and flu. There's got to be 400 things on the aisle. It's just not necessary to have that many selections when they cross over and all. Just, you know what I mean? I like medicine that is like Vagisil. What do I mean by that? Because I don't have a Vagisil, right? I like medicine that tells me what it is. Mucinex. Oh, that's mucus. So that decongests mucus. Vagisil. That cleans up your Vagisil. When you see that medicine, what it's supposed to do. If I've got, a problem with my ulna, then I should be able to go to the store and get ulnacinephin. It's a stupid example. My point is, these medicines are a little too complicated. But while I'm standing there, I'm perusing, I'm looking through, I'm just kind of talking to myself. I was probably standing in that stupid aisle for 9 minutes, looking like I was about to shoplift. They're probably looking at me like, what's that guy doing? It's taking too long. I think I just assumed my own identity. My own gender, I should say. But anyway, I'm looking, and behind me, I turn around maybe it's on this aisle, and no, it's all toothpaste and stuff. But then they had colognes for men, and it was Stetson, Old Spice, Brute, the essence of man. And that was it. It had some colored ones for pink and blues and stuff for women. But those were the main 3 mainstays for men's cologne at the Dollar General in America. And I thought to myself, there's a lot of people that shop at the Dollar General that are, less fortunate financially. That's why they shop there. And that's why Dollar General, caters to those people, whatnot. I happened to be in there because it was convenient at the time. But I was like, what is it about? Is it the price point or, that poorer people use crappy, 80s, 70s colognes? Or is it because they don't know any better? They don't know to go get some Calvin Klein or whatever. Or maybe that stuff's too expensive. But really, Calvin, I recently bought some Tom Ford to add to my collection, and it was very expensive. But I will say this, it's really not that expensive when you think of how long that stuff lasts, You get 3.2 fluid ounces of eau de toilette, or whatever you pronounce that, eau de toilet, whatever it says. And, that's going to last you 7 years or something. It's going to expire and smell not as strong before you use that stuff. If you're pairing it with a bunch of other ones and rotating through. I'm not saying pairing, use multiples. That would be weird. But at any rate, I just found it odd that the Dollar General caters to, I think they need to put in some mid-grade stuff, some, mid-grade colognes in the Dollar General so that the poorer of us amongst us can go, oh, this smells much better than Brute, because Brute smells like, anchovy paste, or whatever. But I was led to believe that standing in front of a microwave as a child was going to be a much bigger problem than it really turned out to be. I don't get it. I've stood in front of microwaves all my life, pretty much in protest of my parents who told me not to. It just seems dumb. And I've yet to have any complications. That said, I don't have a pacemaker, so maybe that's the problem. I don't know. And doesn't Rob Thomas give off the vibe of somebody who would who suffers from premature ejaculation and would continually apologize to the male or female he did it to, the whole oh, this is the first time, this has never happened to me kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know why that crossed my head today, but I was watching him on some video, and he just gives off that vibe. And so anyway, there's that. So happy Easter, Giddy. Go Duke in about 35 minutes. Giddy.